Assalamu alaikum. Today we discuss the topic that is the equilibrium. What is an equilibrium? An object is in equilibrium when summation of net force is equal to 0. There is no net force acting on the object. This is the first condition. Second condition is summation of torque is equal to 0. There is no net torque. In other words, the object is not experiencing linear acceleration or rotational acceleration. So here we write that if linear velocity is constant, so acceleration is 0, and if angular velocity is constant, so angular acceleration is also 0. Now we discuss the static equilibrium. What is the static equilibrium? An object is in static equilibrium when it is not moving. So here we write velocity is equal to 0 when an object is not moving, and acceleration is also equal to 0 when velocity is 0 in the static equilibrium. Now we discuss the dynamic equilibrium. What is the dynamic equilibrium? An object is in dynamic equilibrium when it is moving with constant linear velocity or constant angular velocity. So here the linear acceleration is 0 when velocity is equal to 0. Angular acceleration is 0 when angular velocity is constant. Now we discuss the translation equilibrium. Translation equilibrium is a condition. Translational equilibrium is a condition when there is no change in the state of motion of a body. So here we write that in translation equilibrium all force is equal to 0. Here we write that it may be resolved into horizontal and vertical component. So all net force along x axis is equal to 0 and all net forces along y axis is equal to 0. Here we discuss the example. Here the car at rest and the car is moving constant speed. Here we discuss the two conditions when the car at rest. Here the car is moving with constant speed. When the car is at rest, then velocity is 0. When velocity is 0, acceleration is 0. Here, when the car is moving at the constant speed, no change in v, so that a is equal to 0. When all these conditions are available, then this is the translation equilibrium with all the net forces equal to 0. This is the translation equilibrium when there is no change in the motion of a body. Now we discuss the rotational equilibrium. What is rotational equilibrium? Rotational equilibrium is a condition where the sum of the torque about any point must be 0. So here we write that summation of our torque is equal to 0. Here we discuss the example. We take the example of the wheel. Here we make the two wheel. First condition is when the wheel at rest. Here is the constant rotation. Here the wheel is moved with the constant velocity. So here we write that at rest, so summation of torque is equal to 0. Here is the no change in angular velocity, so summation of torque is equal to 0. This is the rotational equilibrium is a condition when there is no torque about any point is 0. This is all about the rotational equilibrium.